with you. I am particularly happy to be joining my colleagues, Representative Ezreal, Representative Dukes, and of course, my buddy, Senator Kirk Watson. Thank you all so much for being here. Now, certainly, Celia showed in her last election that when we do come together and we do work hard and we do knock on those doors and we do make those phone calls, we can win a race that other people say cannot be won, right? Yeah. And that's what we are going to do just 10 days from now. For the first time in 14 years, absolutely, without a doubt, no question, Texas is going to elect a new governor. The question is, which of these two choices will Texas make? Because depending on the outcome of this election, Texas will head down two very, very different paths. I could not help but reflect on my life's journey when I went to vote the other day. I found myself standing over this ballot where it said Wendy Davis, governor. And it was a humbling moment. It was a proud moment. And what I knew was that if I could have told my 11-year-old self that that moment was going to happen one day, she never would have believed it. And what this journey is about is making sure that every 11-year-old girl can believe that for herself, and every 11-year-old boy. This journey is about two different visions for our state. And you probably heard these two candidates both talking about education. I can't believe I've actually heard Greg Abbott say, I'm going to make Texas #1 in education. But as Maya Angelou says, when people show you who they are, believe them. And he has shown who he is because he has been fighting for the last 3 years to keep $5.4 billion in cuts in place. He has been showing that he doesn't care about overcrowded classrooms and teacher layoffs and schools that have had to close. He doesn't care that a teacher has to say to her students, open up your textbook to page 87 if your textbook has a page 87. He doesn't care about the challenges that our teachers, our administrators, our school boards have faced all these years. And even before those cuts, we know that Texas was already underfunding education, shortchanging our children, and selling out the future of this state. And we have a choice in this election. Are we going to elect someone who has shown us who he is when it comes to his lack of support for public education? No. Or are we going to elect someone who will fight for every single child in this state to become whatever it is that he or she dreams of being, because we believe that they are worth investing in? Our precious children. Our precious, precious children. That's what this race is all about. And that's what the outcome of this race is going to determine. You need a governor who says, I'm not going to veto an equal pay for equal work bill. I'm going to sign it the moment it hits my desk. Yeah. You need a governor who's going to say, you know what? $7.25 an hour, $15,000 a year, that is not enough to support a family, and I'm going to fight for a raise in the minimum wage. Texas needs a governor who's going to lead, who's going to do the right thing, not the political thing, who's going to bring $100 billion of our Medicaid expansion money back to Texas in the next 10 years. But more than anything, Texas needs a governor who has lived the life of so many people in this state, who has never forgotten her humble beginning, her struggle up, her fight, and the fact that God placed her right where she is today so that she could fight for other people. That's who we have an opportunity to elect. And I want you to know that if you honor me not only with your vote, but by making sure that you talk to your neighbors and their neighbors and their neighbors about why they must show up and vote in this election. If you honor me with that work, I promise you I will make you proud. I will fight for you every single day. And we will show once again that Texas believes in its people, will invest in its people, and will create the greatest state that it can possibly be. God bless you all. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you.